I'm Josh.
And I'm Tom.
And we are the team behind Southworks Creative.
The two of us have over 12 years experience within both the stock industry and working with some big clients on commercial projects. In this video series, we'll be taking you on set to show you how we work. We'll share our knowledge on how to make the transition from still photography to video, ways to shoot photo and video simultaneously, and give you our best tips and tricks for combining stock and commercial work. Starting your stock portfolio can be daunting, but don't worry. Great tip for when you create commercial work is to see whether you can combine a commercial production with stock.
For instance, we were asked by a local restaurant to create some new content for their social media platforms. They wanted table shots of friends enjoying dinner and drinks, along with a few food shots. And we thought these would also work great in our stock portfolio.
We asked them if this was a possibility, and in return for their content, they signed a property release and allowed us to shoot for ourselves. This is a win-win. This saves us paying out for a costly location.
Another tip is we always look to partner up with models. So in exchange for lower rates, you can give the models content for free. This way, everyone gets a fresh batch of portfolio images.
The ins and outs of model release forms, when you need them, if you need them, can get very tricky. So it's a good idea to ask yourself, would the people in my footage recognise themselves if they saw it?
If the answer is yes, then you need a model release form signed. We always edge on the side of caution when it comes to model release forms, so we get one no matter what.
A model release form is a legal document granting you consent to use a person's likeness in your work.
Models, or any identifier people who show up in your background, private properties or recognisable locations and artwork will generally require you to sign a model release form. When on set, we always ask models to fill out a release form before we start shooting and make sure it's filled out correctly.
There are apps out there for both phones and tablets that make it super easy. Once the release is filled out, emails are copied to you and the model for reference and backup. This also applies to property releases too.
Always make sure you keep a copy of your model releases safe. We tend to keep a cloud-based document as well as a physical one. Models will make or break your footage, so spend time making sure you find the right people that are right for your current projects.
We check out their social media platforms and portfolios, and we always ask for an updated talking to camera shot, as portfolios can be outdated.
Remember to also cast actors as well as models, as actors will be less posed and more used to performing scenes in front of camera. Models can dramatically increase your production costs, so we tend to ask friends and family first. Real families and people who know each other always have great moments on set. Or if you're looking for a specific look, we put out casting on social media, but also platforms designed for casting models and actors. Before booking a model, it is a good idea to send over an example of your release beforehand to make sure both parties are happy.
It's also important to make sure that you're diverse in your casting and that you consider all models of ethnicities, genders and abilities. Check out the Adobe Stock Content Brief to see if there's any content gaps that you might be able to fill.
Working with models can get complicated, but it doesn't have to be. The biggest piece of advice we can give you is to cast your models with plenty of time before you shoot. 2 to 3 weeks ahead is ideal.
Once you have your production theme locked down, it's time to start thinking about how you want to style your models and actors who will bring in your footage to life.
A great place to find inspiration is by looking at current adverts and trends. Know any specific colours, fashions, seasonal events or upcoming holidays that you can incorporate into your production.
Styling models can be a lot of fun, but there are also some logistics to consider. First, you need to make sure that your models choose the right outfits to bring on set. You can send them your notes or mood board and ask if they own anything similar. Just make sure they know not to bring anything with brands, logos or recognisable content.
You can also provide your models with items from your own wardrobe, at your own risk of course. Remember though, you need your content to be as timeless and universal as possible, to appeal to a wide range of buyers, to keep your styling relevant and not too edgy.
Try to aim for 2 to 4 outfit styles per shoot, with different scenes and sets. An indoor shoot could require cool summer clothing, but for outdoors, you might need jumpers and jackets for a winter's vibe.
Directing models for video is a little different to directing them for still images. We will often ask our models to run a 30-second to 2-minute scene based on a prompt, theme or action, or even a prop.
This way, the models have something to perform, whether it's an action or emotion, and it gives us time to film the scene from multiple angles with a lead in and lead out for editing.
At Southworks, we love to create real, authentic moments. So when we shoot video, we carry on filming even after the scene is complete.
This way, we can get footage of the models after they've relaxed a little. Without the pressure of playing up to the camera, the models are less staged and you get some awesome moments. Always keep your finger close to that record button.
A favourite way to get the best possible footage is to keep a set nice and relaxed and light-hearted. Aim to make your models feel comfortable. Bring coffee, snacks, and a portable speaker to set. Keep the mood fun. If your models are having a good time, then your content will reflect this. These are our top tips as a solo shooter.
If you're a photographer, try and find a videographer to collaborate with, so you can both share your knowledge and learn from each other faster. Start small with 1 to 2 models, or even test out with some friends and family. Just make sure you get releases if you're planning to upload the content at a later date.
Using a DSLR or mirrorless camera capable of shooting video in 4K, that's easy to switch between stills and video mode, can save you plenty of time. Keep kit and gear to a minimum by researching and planning your shoot ahead of schedule. As they say, location, 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 and there's a good reason why. A location will set the tone of your whole shoot.
Once you know what type of location you're after, an easy way to start is by asking family and friends if they have a suitable spot for you to shoot in. Or ask a local business if you can use their space in exchange for your content or a small fee.
If you need a very specialised location, then there are some great location companies available, but do just remember that these come at a price.
Where we are currently filming is the office that we rent. We have an awesome relationship with the owners where they let us use this office as a location in return for access to the content we shoot.
Here are a few more things to keep in mind whilst you're on the lookout for a great location.
Try to think about how you would like the location and keep it simple. Use daylight to your advantage. We highly recommend they use an app to track where the sun is during the day and what time sunrise and sunsets are.
This really helps to plan the start and end times of your shoot without getting caught in the dark. If you think you'll need to use for house lights, check to make sure they don't cause any camera flicker.
It's a great idea to find a location that has multiple spots to film in. For example, having the option to shoot in a wide open space, small private office, communal area and outside. All in the same place means you can maximise your production day. Try to avoid locations that look overly staged or minimal and sparse.
A family home, for example, needs to be lived in and cosy to seem authentic. It needs to represent and support the story you're trying to tell.
Before you start your shoot at your chosen location, make sure you get a property release signed up front. Always check with the location representative or owner beforehand and make sure they've read through the release thoroughly.
Be on the lookout for trademark content whenever you're on location, logos, brands or artwork.
With still photography, Photoshop or Lightroom is a lifesaver for removing anything you missed on set. Video makes this a little bit harder. This can become time-consuming or even cause your uploads to be rejected.
Small logos, like on a computer, can be covered up with a sticker or tape. We always carry around a bag of stickers on the set for this very purpose. Just make sure they're the removable kind. Thanks for watching our Adobe Quick Class.
If you'd like to learn more about how to increase your earnings by adding video to your stock portfolio, check out our other videos.